Hello, welcome to episode 13 of the Mel-Tran Designs Knitting Corner podcast. I'm your host, Melissa, also known as Anansi on Ravelry and on Plurk. I'm Mel-Tran Designs. There's also a group on Ravelry called Mel-Tran Designs. Today is Tuesday, March the 5th, 2013, and let's get started. Week in review happenings this week. The biggest thing that happened was the retreat that I went to over the weekend. That was a lot of fun. It's the one that my local yarn store puts on every year. We just pretty much sit and hang out and knit and spin and eat and shop. And shop and shop. The way that she has it set up is we're in this big room. It's a big lodge. And she has the knitting and spinning area set up. And the vendors are in that room. So you're sitting amongst all of these pretty things hanging and displayed. And it's the worst and the best all at the same time. It just... Anyway, if you've seen the episode just under this one, it says episode Fiber Retreat. It's just essentially a walkthrough of the retreat and a little bit of the vendors. I watched kind of bits and pieces of it. It's not too shaky. YouTube is great, and there was a little pop-up that said, "Your video appears to be shaky. Would you like us to stabilize it for you?" And I went, "Yes, please, click." So that, that was taken care of. Also, something I realized is that I got my new laptop. So if this looks a little more clear or better or whatever, that's part of it. Plus, there's some sunlight going on today, so I kind of turned so I'm facing my big window. Maybe that'll help with the lighting. I don't know. Anyway, but the program that's on here, I hadn't, customized it and all that, so I hadn't flipped it. So when I watched it, I realized everything is backwards. So it looks like, when you're watching the video, it looks like I was going from left to right, when actually I was going from right to left the whole time. So it was kind of funny actually watching it, because my brain was going, wait, no, that was on, no, and it was on the other side. So anyway, but the stuff still looked the same. The colors are just as pretty. The spindles were just as amazing. Everything else, all of that kind of stuff was correct. So let's see. The Friday drove up. My little hatchback car was full with 4 of us and all of our stuff. Got situated. Found my spot in the circle, got my wheels set up and everything. They always bring in Subway sandwiches on the Friday night. The last 2 years, they've just bought a whole bunch of footlongs. This year, they bought the, 10-foot sub. I don't know how long it actually is. It's longer than those 3-foot ones you can get. I mean, this was feet and feet of sandwich. It was awesome. So we had that and goodies and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to think of anything that... Well, I helped Sarah from the Sassy Sheep set up her booth, which was a lot of fun. Got to hang out with her. It's kind of hard when you're marking down the sale stuff, though, because you'll be marking down going, okay, making up my own little pile on the side. So you'll see that stuff a little bit later. But it was fun to get to hang out with her and see her for a while. And it turns out I'm going to get to see her, now next weekend when I go over to Pocatello for the clogging competition, because she lives just about half an hour away from there. So I get to go spend the night on Saturday night next week. So, yeah. Let's see. On the Saturday, just more hanging out and shopping. The people that I was kind of hanging out with the most were taking a class for 3 hours on Saturday morning, and it ended up that I was just kind of by myself. And I just sat there and spun. I mean, just, excuse me. There were other kind of conversations and stuff going on around that I could, listen to a little bit and whatnot, but it was so relaxing. I mean, there was probably 20 or 30 minutes that I didn't say a word. I know, shocking, right? Um, it it just was so peaceful, and I just was going, watching the pretty colors that I was working on spinning, and um, yeah, so it was nice. Saturday night, or no, Saturday night usually is the really late night. Everyone seemed to be really tired this year, and so we didn't stay up terribly late, which was fine. Um, but what was really fun was that night, Saturday night, I jumped in on a VKN. I took my laptop with me and wanted to see my friends. So jumped in on a VKN with them, showed them around, um, and then enabled three of them to buy stuff from the Sassy Sheep. And that was really cool because one, she has awesome stuff, and two, she was like, today hasn't been very good for sales for me. And then I made her some money. So that was a lot of fun. It was happening kind of quickly because once they saw some colors they wanted, they're like, "Oh, I want this," and I'm like, "Sarah, here." And so she was putting it up on Etsy as a reserved listing as we were sitting there, and they were paying for it. It was like this, live auction thing going on. It was really fun. Excuse me, I don't have any water, and this only has a stop button, not a pause button. I need to figure out how to do that. There, that should be okay. So that was Saturday night. I did record the supplemental supplemental one that's below. Told you guys, what you see is what you get. I never edit this. I don't know how yet. So, excuse my coughing and clearing my throat. I recorded that, got that put up. Sunday is always fun because we do a show and tell. And it doesn't have to be, sorry, Lucy's laying here. It doesn't have to be necessarily something you've made. It can be the favorite thing that you've bought over the weekend, or what you're working on, or something you've made over the last year, just whatever. We do it, every year on Sunday morning, and it's a lot of fun. I'm trying to think. I feel off. Sorry if I'm off. I mean, I'm always a little off, but I don't know, I feel a little bit discombobulated. Because I'm trying to remember the whole thing, but it just the weekend just kind of flowed by. There was nothing super bad, super good. Well, I guess the super good was in the VKN when I was helping Sarah make some money, but it just was so nice and relaxing. And I had a really, really bad day last week on Thursday, and those of you on Plurk, I appreciate so much your sentiments. I know I didn't post what was going on, and I just want to say thank you for posting that you were thinking of me, and those of you that texted me, and just all that. I don't really want to go into it, but it just was a really horrible day. and so getting to go away for the weekend really was nice. And that half hour, 45 minutes, the 3 hours I wasn't really with anyone on Saturday morning was such a perfect, I don't know, just time to clear my head a little bit. So anyways, I think that's why I'm a little off, because it was a lot of fun, just very calm and relaxing this year, which was really good. The food is always amazing. Oh my gosh, those cooks up there, ugh, I don't even want to go into it, but wow, we ate really well. And then we packed up on Sunday and headed home with a much heavier load than when we went up. So I think that's all for happenings this week. Nothing else really stands out as far as things that I did. Sunday when I got home, we went over to my aunt and uncle's house and had a game night. And we were in charge of bringing dessert, which was perfect because Kyan's birthday is tomorrow. And so we had kind of a little family birthday party. So we took cake. I made a new cake, new frosting that I hadn't made before. I made a Jell-O poke cake. I'm sure at least some of you have heard of it. If you haven't, the recipe that I followed was on cooks.com. Just put in poke cake or Jell-O poke cake, like you're poking something. And it called for a white cake mix, and then you do the stuff to it. I don't have cake mixes. I never buy them. It's not something I keep in the house. I'm not against them. I just don't ever buy them. So I just made one from scratch, a white cake. And then you bake the cake, and then you take your kitchen fork, that, you know, the 2-prong, and you go through and just kind of stab holes like this. And then you mix up Jell-O a certain way. You don't mix it up exactly how the box says. You mix it up, and then you pour it over the top of the cake, and it sinks into these holes, and then you put it in the refrigerator. And then instead of just regular frosting, it says to put Cool Whip. But in the comments, one of them had said that they take some of the Jell-O, like another box of it, and mix it into the Cool Whip. We did that. It was so good. Kyan wanted a green and purple cake, so I turned the white cake green, and then we got grape Jell-O and used the grape Jell-O again in the Cool Whip for the frosting. It was a huge hit. I was worried because, like, my dad, if something's not good, like, he'll just tell me, not in a rude way, but like, you know, I don't really like this. Sorry, Jake's trying to talk to me online. I think I might, I'm recording and you're making my computer make noises. I'll talk to you later. Smiley face. He thinks he needs to talk to me about stuff, you know. Actually, he's saying, go find out how much it's going to be to get your car worked on so I can get my computer ordered, because we got our tax returns. So, goofy boy. Anyway, so yeah, it was a big hit. Like I started saying, my dad would have told me if he didn't like it, but he did. So that's good. Yeah, so we'll definitely make that again. The whole cake was just gone. I mean, there were quite a few of us, but still gone. Yeah, that's been about it. Of course, been VKNing with my friends and new friends. There's always new people coming in, and it's so much fun when new people come in, especially when they're nervous, because we just kind of suck them in. So come VKN with us. If you don't know what it is, it's virtual knit night. It's through Google+. It's a hangout, and you can have up to 10 people in there, and there are many nights that we max it out. Yeah, so let's get into the knitting and all the other stuff, because I'm 13 minutes in, and y'all didn't come just to hear me blah, 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 blah. Okay, again, I don't have show notes. I kind of like just flying by the seat of my pants. So once again, just going to grab stuff, talk about it, and that'll probably be my format from now on, unless I have like very specific things that I'm wanting to talk about that I don't want to forget or whatever, but then I might just have post-it notes all over the place. So, oh, okay. Kyan stayed home sick today, so I'm going to be careful how much I say about this. I think I closed my door. She's back in my room watching a movie. I hope this is still loud enough. So, but let me open up the book here. This is what was requested for the birthday present. I let my kids pick one for their birthday each year. She was very specific about how she wanted the colors, and I've talked about it before, but I've made a lot of progress, obviously, because tomorrow's her birthday. So here's the mama. I still have to do eyes and a mouth, obviously, but everything else is done. Okay, and then I have these two. Body's done. I just haven't sewed them up yet because last night I sat down to just whip everything out because I was like, oh, I got all the pieces done, all this. I had the bodies and the arms. I forgot that I hadn't made the legs. So last night I made these two little feet that will be on this guy here. The arms are done. Here, I'll just show you. Okay, there's 4 arms here. 2 green, 2 purple. So I just have the 2 green legs to do today, and then I'll be able to finish it all up. I'm not worried about it. It's really not going to take that long. So there's that. This is Cascade 220. The purple is Plum Crazy. I don't remember the name of the green. I'm doing it on size 5, which is a 3.75 millimeter. Yeah, out of the Big Book of Knitted Monsters by Rebecca Danger. And if you don't have this book and you don't like knitting toys, get it anyway. The reason I say that is because I don't like knitting toys either. These guys are freaking amazing. And they come out so cute that that one little fiddly spot you don't even care about anymore because it's like, oh my gosh, it's a monster. Anyway, love it. Okay. I'll make a pile over here. Let me get this out of the way. All right, next. Oh, this has seen quite a bit of work. I started it over the weekend. This is the Seedling Dreams hat by Amy Beth Mays. She's the host of the Fat Squirrel Speaks podcast. This is a hat pattern that she came out with, I don't know, a few weeks ago. She's doing a knit along in her group, and it has to be done before she records next week. And I'm making good progress. It's amazing how much work you can put in on something when it doesn't hurt your hands. I was using the needle that she called for in the pattern way too dense, way too dense. So I went up 2 needle sizes and I'm getting a great fabric. Let me show you a picture of the finished hat here. Oh. So, isn't she cute? Look at that. Oh, big smile. Anyway, it's called Seedling Dreams. And the yarn that I'm using is Barocco Vintage in the worsted weight. In gray and teal. I think they have names, like if you look online, but on the ball band it doesn't have their names. So there you go, gray and teal. And I'll have enough. This is actually a little more green in person, but the gray is showing up pretty nicely. I think I'll have enough to make a second one where the gray is the main color, which would be pretty and would look, you know, would look good with different outfits, even though it's the same 2 colors. I want to show you the inside of this hat because it actually looks kind of cool too. Here's the corrugated ribbing, the back of the corrugated ribbing, and then here's the back of the seedling. I mean, I wouldn't wear it inside out necessarily. I just kind of like how, well, I actually do like the corrugated rib inside out, to be honest. I really like it, actually. Look at, oh look, oh, my new camera focuses. Score. All right, so I just really like that. Anyway, so let's turn this back right side out. This is on size 7, which is a 4.5 millimeter. These are my new interchangeables that I got, the Darn Pretties, in a 16-inch circular setup here. And look for this to be done next week because that's all the time I have. This is in one of my 31 zipper pouches. Okay. If any of you are working on the Graphic Infection Mystery Shawl by Josh Ricks and have not finished clue number 1 and don't want to be spoiled, then don't look. I'm making 2 of them. One for my friend Haley, who's going to be my roommate. Hi, Haley! At the Zombie Apocalypse. She said that she wasn't going to make one. I said, you can't go and not have one. I'll make you one. And it's also a great opportunity for me to get some stuff out of my stash. So here is what the finished Clue 1 looks like. She said she wanted it in red and blue, so that's what I grabbed. The yarn that I'm using, I want to show you how I wound it. I wound the blue, which is color A, and then put the red on top of it. The blue is Huckleberry Knits Cascara base. It's her MCN, and it's a custom color blue that I ordered. But she keeps pretty good notes, so if you like it and wanted to order it, I'm sure she could redo it. And then the red is some Indigo Dragonfly in their MCN base, and it's When I Bit Into Him, I Could Hear the Ocean, which is a Buffy reference. And it's not a solid red. You can see the darker spots. They're not actually that dark in person. They're showing up a lot more contrast. But I like how the blue plays with those darker ones in here. So, and it's the reason these stoppers are on is because I'm using this is on a size 5, 3.75 millimeter, and I'm using them on mine, so I just take them on and off. All right, so that's Clue 1 on mine. I have that in my Loopy U project bag. Mine is in my cooperative press bag that I got up at Sock Summit. It was a kind of a goodie bag that you could buy. Let's see if I can get mine all situated here for you. Here we go. Ah, here we go. So the two colors of mine, the green is called Borealis. It's Huckleberry Knits. The base is a BFL bamboo base, and I don't remember what she actually calls it. I don't have the ball band sitting right here, but it's BFL and bamboo. And then the gray, the silver, is actually a lace weight. I think I talked about it in my last podcast. It's actually a lace weight that I'm holding doubled that is the Grinning Gargoyle in her. It's called Platinum, and it has sparklies in it. Let's see if they'll catch the light at all. No, well, here's what mine looks like wound up, and there, now you can see the sparkles. So just a little bit of sparkle, not over the top. I'm really enjoying this pattern, and it's not available to purchase right now because the knit along is underway, but it's going to be re-released after the last clue. I know there are for sure 4 clues. I don't remember if there's like a 5th kind of final. I think there's just 4. I don't know. It'll be available in April sometime. If you really want to know the release date or whatever, you can PM Josh or ask me and I can ask him or whatever. But anyways, very well written pattern. It's a lot of fun to work on, and it's kind of fun having both of them going to see the different colors playing together. So let's see. Oh, I do have my hitchhiker. I didn't work on it this weekend at all. I do have a couple more points than I had last time, but not really enough to talk about. So it's still on the needles. I just have some other things that are a little bit of a higher priority, but this is great to have in the background in case I need to just grab and go type thing or whatever. So that's still being worked on. I did start my plain vanilla socks. These are out of the Fiber Nymph Dye Works Let Me Love You color, which was one of her Valentine's Day colorways. It was a new one that she came out with. If I could find some words that want to come out of my mouth in a coherent type of way. Okay, sorry, the end came off, and I didn't want the ball to start falling apart. Here's what it looks like all wound up. It's white, red, and pink, as you can see. And the way it knits up is big red, little white, big pink, little white, and it alternates back and forth. I love how this looks. I mean, it just makes me so happy. And you can see that it's semi-solid red and semi-solid pink, and it's just so pretty and happy. I mean, and it's really soft. It's her Desire base, which I know that I read the ball band before. I don't ever keep my ball bands like right here. It's the British Falkland Merino and nylon. Anyway, a lot of yardage, 400 and I'm butchering this. I think it's like 460. It's on the generous side, yardage wise, but I'm really loving this. And if you, I know she's probably, she's not dyeing it anymore to put in the shop necessarily because it's a Valentine's Day colorway, but if you have the chance to get a custom order, do this. This is on my size 1 Chiaogoos circulars, fixed circulars. Size 1 is a 2.25 millimeter. And I do have my size 0s in here to do the ribbing with because I like to have those for the cuff. And these I'm in no hurry with. I'm just kind of working on them. I love plain vanilla socks. I mean, you can work on them whenever, wherever, however, all that kind of stuff. So this is in my Valentine's Day bag that I got from my South Africa swap. I think that's all I'm working on. Good grief. That's a lot. I don't feel like I'm working on that much because I kind of focus on different things. Nope, I think that is all. Let's go into spinning. There's a spinning section this week. What? Oh. Not only is there a spinning section, it's a lovely spinning section. It's not a long one because I just have, I have kind of 1.5 things, I guess. Remember the rainbow gradient that my friend got me from the Sassy Sheep that I begged all of you to go buy so I wouldn't buy it? I spun it. And it's gorgeous. Look at all the colors. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Isn't that beautiful? And it's merino cashmere nylon, and it's so squishy and soft. Oh, I want to cast on with it like 2 days ago, but I haven't yet because I had to set it yesterday. Jeez, rude. It is really well balanced, and it actually, when I pulled it off, let's see if I can. When I pulled it off the wheel, it kind of just went like that. I've never had a more balanced yarn ever. I mean, it literally just like that when I pulled it off. It was awesome. I got 186 yards out of 4 ounces, so that's on the thicker side. That would be it. It would be a heavier worsted. I don't know if it would quite be an Aran, but there are obviously thicker and thinner parts. This little cross section here would be a good example of that. You can see that the yellow's a little thinner and the green's a little thicker, and there's some spots where it gets quite a bit thicker. I was just spinning it and having fun and feeling the softness in my fingers. So I want it to be something that is all up here where people can see it and its beautifulness. I don't know what I want it to be yet. Shawl, scarf, cowl of some sort, but I want to use every last bit of it. I just had an idea. I think the stargazing cowl might be good. I should ask Heather. What do you guys think? Stargazing cowl? The one that Heather from Highland Handmaids did? Anyway. So that is the gradient. Awesome! She said that she's going to dye more. After she saw mine spun up, Sarah says, oh, I have to do more gradients. So, or progressives, whatever. Don't get picky. This prettiness. All right. That, I do have one other little thing that whoa! Sorry, it got, what, Eli? Just get out, bud. I don't know what he actually said. Okay, so this other little bit that I spun is this cute little 2-ply egg. There's a hole. There's the hole. I can see you. And this will tie in with acquisitions. I'll explain it a little bit more later, but it's a 2-ply that I spun this weekend, and like I said, I will talk about that a little bit later. Super cute. I told Jake when I pulled this out, I said, I want to just like put these along the shelf because they're so cute. All right, designing my cursed cable socks. Cursed, not cursed, Megan. Cursed cable socks are still out to testers, and they are doing really well. There are a couple people that are just like, phew. I mean, seriously, I'm going to be keeping track of these people for future tests because, wow. There are some little things that they've pointed out, just a spot where, you know, the spacing had messed up and things like that. I fixed all of that last night. So far I've fixed everything that they've pointed out. But it looks to be working up really nicely. I like all the different yarns. There's a couple people doing it in solids, and then some people doing it in the self-striping, you know, things like that. So that's been fun to see, and I'm really anxious for them to get them done because this... Yes, can you wait just a second?
Can I walk in?
Yes, but can you wait till I'm done? Kyan, can he hang out with you and eat some?
Only if he's not loud.
Will you be quiet while you hang out with her, Eli?
Yes.
Okay, go sit on my bed.
Yeah, there's a couple pieces falling out.
Okay, sorry. I'm a mom. So that is their, I have not worked on the sweater. Last week it just wasn't conducive to working on my sweater. I need to do some measurements again on me and the sweater and make sure that I am ready for the arm decreases. I keep thinking it's too short, but I am short, and so I'm having a hard time. So, Kyan, I'm talking. Can you guys just? So yeah, that one's still, and then I do have. I think I talked last week about the new sock pattern that I have in my head. When I VKN and talk to you guys here, I don't remember what I've said in each. So I'm going to tell you again, even if I've already told you, because some of you might be new. Oh, if you are new, welcome. Jeez. Welcome to new viewers, and welcome to those of you who have stuck with me through now 13 episodes. Thanks for coming back. I was working on my sweater like a good girl. Sitting there, I have my book out, I'm doing all my math equations, and I'm figuring out stitch counts and decrease numbers, and I'm on a roll. I mean, I was going pencil flying, you know? Out of nowhere, my brain goes, oh, here's a new sock design. Plunk. Really? Right now, when I'm on such a good flow? And of course, then that sock design is right here. Hey, here I am. Knock, knock. Here I am. Fine. Grabbed a piece of chart paper and went, I'm not one that really uses charts, but it was easier to draw this one than to write it all up. So I charted it out really quick and put it away, because then I knew my brain would say, okay, she wrote it down, she's not going to forget. So then I went back to working on my sweater. So the new sock design, it has not even been, nothing has happened with it. There will be one coming up. It's a very, very basic sock pattern. Just with kind of some knits and pearls going on. It'll be great for a solid / semi-solid yarn, and a great beginner sock. So once I get, well, there's the plain vanilla sock I'm working on now, that one can just be put to the side. But there is, you'll see it from my acquisitions, there is another sock that I plan on making that's going to be my Easter socks. But yeah, that'll be coming sooner than later. Yeah, I think that's all in designing for now. I have more ideas, but those are the things that are pertinent to now. That leaves us with acquisitions, but I don't want to forget, because I'll get into this, I don't want to forget to say that next weekend, the weekend of March 15th and 16th, I'm going to be in Pocatello, Idaho, and Idaho Falls, Saturday night into Sunday. I don't know that I have anybody who lives over there that watches, but if you do, I will have some spare time. That's for my clogging competition. I'll be competing Friday night and Friday evening, Saturday evening. I have my acapella learned. Yay! So I'll have 2 solos and 2 team dances. And then 2 weeks after that, I'm supposed to be going up to the Spin-In in Post Falls, Idaho. My friend that was going to go with me, some stuff has come up at work, and she's not able to go now. So I don't know that I'll still go. I haven't decided yet. So anyway, yeah, I'm not going anywhere in April, and then May I will be down in the Salt Lake area the 3rd weekend. So anyway, I didn't want to forget to say that. Now on to acquisitions, because there's a lot of them. And if you don't want to see acquisitions and stash enhancement and the goodies that I got at the retreat and that came while I was gone that I totally forgot were even coming, then I'll say bye now. But if you are sticking around, be prepared for enabling. First of all, I had forgotten that I did a custom order with Lois from Knitting's My Bag. And then she sent me a message and was like, hey, it's ready. And I went, oh, yay. So that came while I was gone. I got to pick the fabric, and it's these knitting sheep. Super cute. I want to show you how big this is. I know I was comparing things to my head. Do you see how large this bag is? This is a medium. Yeah, medium. I've decided I need a small just so I can have a normal size bag. I'm not complaining though. I love this. It has her standard encased drawstring here at the top. Comes with a handle, and on the inside it's lined with white, which is really nice because you can see all the stuff that you have in there. And it does have pockets on this side here. Let's see, turn this way. It does have some pockets. Sorry, I'm trying to open one of them up. They're on this little bit of the smaller side there. You can see one. And she interfaces them, which is really nice. It makes them nice and thick. If you ever have a chance to get one of her bags, not only is the workmanship amazing, she is really sweet, and the prices are incredible. This was only $17, right? Yeah, 17 bucks for this huge bag. Even my very, very oversized sweater bag was like 30 or 32, something like that. So anyway, very much worth the price. Next, that came while I was gone, my shipment number 2 of the Huckleberry Knits Fiber Club that I'm in. Look at that autofocus. Oh, that's awesome. Anyway, huckleberryknits.com. She is amazing, Scarlett. She'll custom dye stuff all over the place. Oh, now the lighting's all messed up. Sorry about that. Oh well, maybe it got a little cloudy too. I don't know. So this is the color that I got. It's called Under the Sea. It's 100% Polworth, 4 ounces. It's not superwash, it's just regular old Polworth. Let's turn it this way so you can. There's these darker blue. This is actually kind of a purpley blue, which because the blue that my screen puts off, it always changes a little bit, but it's more of a purpley midnight blue. And then more of just a blue. We obviously have the greens, and then the lighter blue here. Anyway, very pretty. I'm anxious to spin this up. It's not going to be first on the wheel. I have some other things I want to spin up first, but it is very, very pretty. And I'm really enjoying Polworth. I haven't spun it a lot, but the bit that I have, I've been enjoying lately. And she always sends a little kind of tester bit. And this is some thin combed top. So that'll be fun to kind of try out and play with. Wow. Another full-length episode after my 2 short ones. We're still going. Oh, I hope this doesn't... okay, let's keep moving. Okay, I got a package from Scotland yesterday from Kelly, Charming Lockie podcast. And I had ordered one thing and she put some goodies in too. She sent me a Simply Knitting magazine, the current one from March of this year. And I've kind of skimmed through it, and there are Mother's Day gifts because they have Mother's Day in March, I guess, there. And there are some really interesting articles, or interesting looking articles, I should say. I haven't really read through them yet, but this hat pattern right here, I really like. It's a woolly wormhead pattern, and I think it would be great for some hand spun. So I got this, and I also got, let me pull this stuff out. This is a coaster. See the sheep dripping, and it says hand wash only. And this postcard. I showed this to Jake last night, and he just started laughing so hard. And she included Charming Lockie podcast button. All right, let's turn it the right way so you guys can see that. And some yummy butter tablet. It's I don't really know how to describe what it is. It's kind of fudge-ish. Here's what it looks like. But it doesn't, it tastes kind of like vanilla flavored sugar. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it either. It tastes like it's not from America. I don't know. The thing that I did order, her mom is Karen Gorham Bags, and she started making these 2 color work bags with this divider in the middle. She showed it in one of the VKNs, and I fell in love with the idea, because then you can have your cake of yarn in there, and it's kind of kept separate. And then she had this awesome elephant fabric, which I'm not into elephants, but I saw this and went, oh. Kelly's my friend, and I hate to say anything negative, so I'll preface it with that. The bag is not what I thought it was going to be. The divider comes up considerably high. It's all the way to here, and you can see the grommet is here. So I have about 1.5 inches to try to cram the project I'm working on top of the divider, because if I cram the divider, you can see what it does. Because the cake is only like this tall, and so really the divider only needs to be about half as tall as it is. And also the divider seems to be a little too short this way. Like you can't quite open the bag very well. I apologize. I don't want to offend my friend because it's nothing personal. I texted her last night and told her my concerns and said I'm working on a hat. I had the Seedling Dreams stuff in there, and it wouldn't even fit. I mean, it barely closed with just 4 inches of a hat. It barely closed, and I said there's no possible way I could fit a shawl in here. I said, you know, I can use it as a one color project bag, but then I have other bags for that. So she did say that they could set up a refund. That I think I'm going to unfortunately have to take advantage of because it's not, it won't work. But I do want to say that the craftsmanship on this, aside from the center, I know that this is a new. Yes, go get something, please. Eli, I'm still talking. This is a new concept that her mom has just started working on. So I do want to talk about the craftsmanship quality of the bag. The seams are incredibly even and nice. The inside is all, turned in. There's no edges hanging out or anything like that. So if there are other versions of, her bags that you want to buy, don't hesitate to buy them because it really is put together nicely. This specific bag just doesn't work for me. So I don't want that to reflect on her mother's craftsmanship because it's amazing. So I do want to say that about it. Good grief, 46 minutes. Okay. Now on to the stuff that I got at the retreat. Okay, so I got some Wollmeise, but it wasn't for sale at the retreat. My friend is creating a shawl that I want to knit. And as soon as he's done knitting it and writes the pattern, I'm going to use this to make that. It is the twin, there we go. Don't squeeze it hard. Don't squeeze it. The Wollmeise twin, which is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. Blue curacao colorway. And it is a bit of a semi-solid. You can see here kind of some dark and light kind of playing together. Anyway, it'll be gorgeous. Sarah had some and I said, hey, do you have a solid I could buy from you? So anyway, that's why I got that. All right. I really need to hurry. This is the prettiest part of the whole show. I didn't mean to talk for so long. I'm feeling discombobulated. Maybe I'll call that this episode, Discombobulated. All right, I'm going to show you Sassy Sheep first because that's the most stuff. Like I said, I was marking stuff down for her. She has some BFL. She had some BFL that she can't get from that specific mill anymore, so she marked it down to $11. Well, I marked it down to $11 and brought some with me. So this is two things of the Tanzanite colorway. I grabbed both of them because 8 ounces is better than 4, right? So I have that, 100% BFL. Is it superwash? Yeah, superwash BFL, 4 ounces each. Okay. Then as I was still marking down, this is her Moonlight colorway. Seriously? Wow, it's my new favorite. Not my new favorite. Tropics is always my favorite. It's my new second favorite. On her sparkle base, oh my gosh, I wanted to buy it so bad and I was like, no, stop, control yourself. It has black and white, and then it goes up into this gray, and then there's blue, and then this blue gray where they meet. So beautiful. Again, 100% superwash BFL. It's fuzzy because I was pulling it in and out and shoving it in my bag and stuff. Anyway, so there's that. Let's see what else I got from her. I'm in the process of replacing, well, actually, I almost have. Replacing my Addy Turbos for my small needles, socks and things like that. I don't like them. I knit they screw up my knitting. So I'm done with them. I have 2 size 1 Chow Goos. So I got a 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter, 32 inch fixed. I got a 2, which is a 2.75. And then they don't have a 2.5 fixed circular, so she sells their interchangeable sets and additional ones. So I got these to make a 2.25 or a 2.5 millimeter, not millimeter, 3.0 millimeter, but a 2.5 US 2.5, 32 inch circular. Good grief. Words, they elude me. And then, for some reason, I felt the need to buy some DPNs in a size 1, 2.25. Not really sure why. I don't really do DPNs, but these are going to be make a pair of socks. Don't ask. I don't know. The buying frenzy. I couldn't help myself. You know? Whatever. What I'm going to use these to knit is this. This is from Greenwood Fiberworks. Carolyn, she's from Utah. Look at this yarn! Oh, these are going to be my Easter socks. Not that I need Easter socks, but what a great excuse to cast these on. This is 75% superwash wool, 25% nylon. It doesn't say what kind of wool. I don't really care. They're freaking awesome. So this is going to be my Easter socks, and it's going to remind me of Fiber Retreat. All right, moving along. Also from her, she has these little things called pigtails. And as soon as I show them to you, you're going to want some. They look like this. It's half an ounce. And she has them in Merino, BFL, and Polworth. $3 each or 10 for $25. You better believe I bought 10. I'm going to show you really quickly the colors. This is Paper Roses. This is Cindy's Suitcase. This is Grapevine. This is Earthen Hues. Autumn Flame. Rosewood. Vintage. This was Twilight. It has purple and a really nice light blue and black. I'm trying to see if there's a spot where you can see through to the blue. There's a spot. This blue out here is kind of blended. That's why I wanted to find a different one. Anyway. So, and then I had this thing right here. Oh, for Pete's sake. I have another one that I've already started spinning, and it's called Emily. And it has purples and kind of a green and a light blue. I seriously, whatever. I just had it. I'm not going to look for it. Time's ticking. And the last one that just keeps coming back as my favorite. This is called Cherry Cola. I love it. All right. So there's those. The reason I bought the, oh wait, no. Still Greenwood Fibers. Oh, Fiberworks. Milk Silk. 2 ounces. Well, and I was showing her name too. This is Milk Fiber. And only 2 ounces of it in a 2-ply that she did made a full-length scarf. It spins as thin as frog hair. I mean, super tiny. It is the softest thing. I mean, seriously, you put this on and it's like wrapping a cloud around your neck. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm not going to pull it out. But it has some greens and kind of a blue-purple and a little bit of browns and very, very pretty. The reason I bought these, what I started to tell you, is because, oh, I missed something from Sassy Sheep. I'll show you in a second. It's because I bought this. If you've ever heard of Green Sleeves Spindles, who is famous everywhere, she was there, Elizabeth, and she's amazing. This is Tulip Wood, and it's so beautiful, and the color is showing up really, really true. I have some Greenwood Fiberworks on there. This was twisted and put together off of this. I've always heard them called Nosta pins, but she actually calls it a nostipinda, which is the Scandinavian way of saying it and spelling it. I kind of like how it sounds. So it's a nostipinda because that's what it said on the tag. This is also tulip wood. See? They match! And they're gorgeous. I mean, it's very soft and smooth. The workmanship is impeccable. I mean, the woman's amazing. So, anyways, I got these. So now you can see why I wanted to buy the pigtails, so that I don't have to commit to a 4-ounce braid. I'm spinning wool on a spindle, and it's coming out nice and thin. Well, except for right there where I've let go. But you can see nice and thin and beautiful, and I love it. So I'm having a lot of fun with that. Moving along, back to Sassy Sheep. She has a new base that she's carrying. It's 80% bamboo, 20% merino. I've said before, my favorite color is the Tropics colorway. If you want to see that in all of its glory, look behind me at my Diersta shawl, or look at the pictures online of my Diersta. That is out of the Tropics colorway. But when you put bamboo as the majority, the colors are a lot more subdued. Bam! Look at that. That is the Tropics colorway. You can see that some places took it darker than others. Oh my gosh, I saw this and was like, oh, so I just ran over and grabbed it. I didn't want somebody else to get it before me. Not that there was a rush, but in my head there was. So amazing. Okay, I think this is last. A gal called 3 Wishes. I can't remember her name. Christine. I apologize. It's something like that. 3 Wishes. 3wishesfiber@gmail.com. I don't know that she actually has a website, but there's the 3wishesfiber.com. There you go. Sorry, I was looking underneath it. I saw the phone number and didn't even think about that. Okay, so there was a 25% off coupon from her in our goodie bags. So I went and bought this. It's 85% Polworth, 15% silk. Isn't that gorgeous? And what's neat is this undyed actually isn't undyed. It has these little bits. Oh, it doesn't look like it's gonna focus. It has these little bits of pink. There you go. You can see that. Just little bits of pinks. So I'm really excited about this. It will be sooner than later. I need to just get to spinning because holy crap, I have a lot of stuff. So look for a large spinning section to continue to be in the show. Oh, and as a thank you to me from podcasting about her, Elizabeth from Green Sleeves gave me her sock pattern that she designed. And it's actually out of a sport weight, and I have some sport weight yarn that I would love to use on this. So I'm going to say that's all. I'm at 57 minutes, which is longer than I've been in a really long time. Thank you for sticking with me. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope you get all the knitting and spinning done that you want to. Please come join me in a VKN, and let me know if you have any questions or if I forgot anything. Yeah, so until next time, keep knitting. Bye.